For 10 rounds.
Boxing history. A 29-4-1 professional who lost to Tony Tucker in his only shot at a world title.
Here, 31.
And he fought LaRosa. One of the things a little more svelte for that.
21 career knockouts. The last one for Buster Douglas came on March the 20th. That's 11 years and 10 months. Rocky Pepeli as far as first round knock, and he also has 2 first-round knockouts.
Douglas is going with the jab. I'm sitting here watching. Walked up to me at a fight in Atlantic City. To think from that day to now,
to ask him a question about when he finally got back and some of the things.
Well, strangely, he said the hand speed when he came back. They thought he still had etc.
Jesse Ferguson. James Buster Douglas and Rocky 55%.
You see Buster Douglas throwing. The thing is, he's exactly right now, even watching him, he looked
a little bit Riddick Bowe.
Buster Douglas ever achieved a scheme of things Riddick Bowe achieved potential or didn't.
I'll just quit boxing. He says he'd like to get his police department. In fact, one of his cornermen, Ken
Town, a good movie with Luke.
He'll give us a very interesting shot.
Had to put his
getting Rock.
The jab and a straight right hand, straight punches, and now in this round
Pepeli's hurt from a big right hand to start round 3. Buster Douglas has 6 third-round knockouts. Can he? Suffered.
It is interesting when you look at Douglas. Granted, he's.
A lot of people here at the Mohegan Sun came to see.
He's not eating against a top contender. He is anything but an embarrassment. He's moving around the ring at least reasonably.
How Douglas is able to
factor.
Put him out, Buster.
It's fired off.
Extremely effective. Pepeli has had a very hard time getting off with Pepeli. He liked this. He had to like the right hand that hurt Pepeli. And look at the nice combination. No, he didn't get to Rocky Pepeli in time to put him out because he couldn't move quick enough. There's Pepeli reeling. Now what's Buster doing? His take motion would have taken him a while to get there. So clearly the conditioning something.
And near death with the doubt factor, that is just part of his personality and something he needs.
Pepeli's not the greatest. The straight right hands and combinations. God bless him. Jab landing 45%.
Division.
Well, one thing fights. Now, obviously, he had a terrible illness and let himself go in a.
I guess when you see someone of his size who relies on that jab,
because most heavyweights will stand in front. It's about into later rounds, hurt badly.
At least I'm not trying to say that if you put him in against
32 now more.
Here to lay down, as he told us, and he had the Mohegan Sun earlier. Raul Marquez stopped Rafael Williams at the end of round 5.
Buster Douglas continues. He's going to have to get something offensive mounted. He's got a fairly decent.
Ringside, some blood. And in context, ESPN News, right before we went on, the NBA trade Robert Horry to the golf champions. Congratulations to Mike Tirico of ESPN, doing a great job as now the lead host for ABC's Golf. Good guy and great job today in watching.
I will accept your. There's a right hand who's there for Pepeli. Now there he set it up with a jab. I got to tell you right now, right at this moment.
ESPN's championship boxing.
Pepeli kind of.
Rocky Pepeli.
Doug's very strong. I thought he looked a little vulnerable. Now see, that's where Pepeli. He threw that flashing
through. The Knicks a big win in Boston. As
they're even taking
heads into the final stages.
Rocky Pepeli now starting to get his jab in. Should Pepeli see the
right, that's what I mentioned earlier. A lot of these. Good combination by Buster. And down goes Pepeli. To the play is up with 10
again. If I was Buster Douglas and you look, he wants to. How interesting, after all the jabs and straight right hand and good shots to the head, he gets tremendous leverage on that left hook. Pepeli down with it. Buster Douglas knows how to fight. Make no mistake about that. Always had Bill Douglas when he fought around.
Combination to start round 7.
Went right back to the body.
So starting to
that presumably he will come to that one in more numbers through 6. And an
left from Patson gets into it.
The lead right continues to be so.
Holyfield that ended the brief championship reign of Buster Douglas. That was in round 3 on October the 25th of.
fascinating, exciting heavyweight match. That's why Douglas disappointed.
Didn't you?
I did, but I did pick him, but I thought it very competitive, and of course it didn't turn out to be that.
Well, Douglas is still on ESPN's Championship Boxing Sports Center at the top of the 10-round heavyweight bout. Talking during the break. Fight the 261 pounds. Still shows a lot of boxing skill as we see here, and from another body shot. He was knocked down in round 6.
Well, I know Pepeli's doing nothing to deter this, but still, Buster does make things happen.
1 minute.
He's still throwing punch. No, of course, is when Douglas. And how about this? He's dancing.
We'll forget that. Tony.
That was a very lethargic performance. It just stopped.
But maybe
Pepeli in the
left on cue, Al.
He hurt me.
Final 10 seconds of round number 8. 2 more.
There was the body work, and they would go back to the body and very nearly knocking a interesting.
On his toes in the last round. Dancing a little bit, showing considered.
It wasn't to the right, but he knocks out quickly or shove, but we acknowledge that that's fine. So he's not back to knockout. Holmes knocked him out in 5 rounds in 1993.
To the body.
Victory. I mentioned
game plan with Belly. I mean, it's a pretty big target. I mean, he was adamant about the fact of being viewed as an opponent. Bringing his punches together as much.
Knows what works, and that's those.
Championship boxing. It's been a very entertaining fight, although Douglas has controlled it from start to finish.
You can say to yourself, Buster Douglas was a man who only a couple years ago weighed 4, was in a diabetic coma, and very nearly died. Look at him now. For whatever it's worth, this guy is making a superb effort.
Douglas set 2/10 and the jab finding its mark, and then a hook to the hand and a hook to the body.
This could be Pepeli taking a lot of punishment, and I think it might be stopped soon.
Little
and cooperative. He's shown his characteristic didn't perform well. He might cut and take those.
The LAPD might be leaning against Buster at 261.
Standpoint, he was exceptional. There's a road to go with the first couple of steps impressively.
And Pepeli finishes with a left hand and an uppercut, and that's it. Results in a